she is one of the girls that I ordered. I ordered 2 girls, and she's the first one that arrived. And this character, her name is really hard for me to pronounce, so I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, because I never heard anybody actually say it, but it's spelled like this up on the screen. And anyways, that's the doll. I'm going to rename her, of course, so it really doesn't matter what her name is that she came with. But for those of you who want to find this doll, that's how you spell her name. So here she is, and this is how she comes packaged in this really long box. And the box is got a window in it, so you can see right through it, and it opens like that very easily. And I ordered her on eBay from an eBay seller who just happened to have the best price for the doll, including all of her accessories she came with. There was another listing where she was new in the box, but she was just missing her boots, and it was really cheap. The price was like so low, it was like 60 bucks. But I couldn't justify getting that one because I knew I was gonna feel some kind of way about not having the boots. I feel like the boots is the accent of her entire outfit, so it would just have felt like a complete waste if I didn't get her with the boots. So I spent an extra maybe $20 more than what that price was for her to have her with the boots. And she is my first Integrity Girl doll in my possession that I paid for, as opposed to one that was given to me by my subscribers. Now I get to share this experience with you guys. And it looks like she's got really simple packaging and very simple accessories. I see she's got parts of a stand here. Looks like it's gonna be a saddle stand. And you can see here she's got an extra pair of hands that she comes with. And her nails have pink nail polish. They're super long. Look at those long nails. She also has some accessories in this bag that is taped onto the side of her box. And I know I told you guys before, but I'm stating this again, despite our channel being called Broken Barbie TV. I'm actually not an exclusive Barbie doll collector, and I have never intended to stick only to Barbie dolls. I collect all fashion dolls in a similar size range of about a 1/6 scale. And here's a little ring, like a little flower ring, and lightning bolt earrings. Oh, they're so cute, and it's like metallic, looks like silver. And those are all her accessories in the box. And the color Infusion doll, unlike some of the other IT dolls that I've experienced, she doesn't come tied up with ribbon. She comes taped onto the box, kind of like she's held together with plastic. So that's a little bit different. From what I can tell, Integrity stands, they're very simple in design and really easy to assemble. And I like that they're just real like plain, because it doesn't distract from the doll. Oh look, it actually has 2 different types of stands, so you can actually adjust it to be either a saddle stand or the kind that you like put underneath the arms. So that's interesting. It's giving me options. All dressed with her accessories on, out of the box. I removed the plastic that was covering her knee joints to protect them. She's got these killer high boots on that are, I mean, they are thigh high. They're really tall, and they were very easy to get on, even though they don't have any opening. But the material here is fabric. It looks like leather. And I just want to show you guys the details of the boots. They're hand stitched, it looks like, and all of this is fabric. It even has a sole. The shoes have a sole, just like real shoes. And the high heel part, it looks like metal, but I'm not sure 100% if it is metal. I'm not gonna mess it up, but I mean, look at how real this is. And there's something inside the shoe to make it kind of hard on the inside. Maybe it's like lined with some cardboard or something in there, but this part is like kind of stiff to keep the shape. And then as you can see all these wrinkles? Yeah, it's actual fabric that moves. So that is amazing detail. And the boots get wider at the top so it can fit over her thighs. nicely. They're just beautiful. So I totally am glad that I didn't try to save 20 bucks and order the cheaper doll without the boots, because that just would have defeated the entire purpose of this doll's outfit. The boots really make the outfit. I do need to point out that her pants are also made of that same soft leather kind of material that the boots are, but they are dark blue, not black. It still works because her top has both blue and black in it, so those pieces do match the top both. And then she's got on this really crazy looking jacket, very unusual style. It's real like futuristic. The fabric is like some kind of rough texture, but the print looks like it's trying to be snakeskin, but not exactly. It doesn't look like there's any closures on the jacket. And she's got this high collar. I'm feeling the jacket because I think it's a real statement piece. I think the microphone is made of plastic because it feels very lightweight, but it looks metal because of the color. It has a little button here, a little switch. And then this piece is like a wireless mic. A teeny little ring on her finger that looks like a flower. Look how cute that is. It's got like a black circle in the middle and then flower petals around it. And the size of the ring, it's an actual ring. There's an opening where you can put it onto the doll's finger, but it's too big for her other fingers. They would just slip right off, and there's no way to adjust it. So that's why I have it on her thumb, because her thumb is the biggest finger on her hand, and when I push it all the way down to the bottom, it seems to stay in place pretty well. So yeah, I wish that they had made the ring a little smaller than it actually is, so it can fit on her fingers better. But I'm gonna play around with that and maybe try it on some other dolls too, and I'll find a good fit for it. And then she's got these accessories in her ears, the lightning bolt earrings. They are just like actual stud earrings, see? And it's metal, not plastic. This doll, whom I'm gonna call her Meadow because that was the name that I had actually picked out for her before I even got her. Meadow, she has Asian features, but it's really subtle. Her skin tone is very light, and she does have rooted eyelashes that are really long. They're rooted, well, I don't think they're rooted. Actually, I think they're just applied, but it's so neat the way that they did it. This is probably the neatest set of eyelashes I've seen on a doll. Her facial like mold, I see where the features are supposed to seem Asian, but to me, she doesn't seem, I don't know. I think the features are very like, very soft for like really strong Asian features. And especially with her hair color, which is like a strawberry blonde, it really throws you off unless you knew that the manufacturer named her Fan Chi. Like, it wouldn't occur to you that she is an Asian girl, I think. I don't know, just something about her features don't yell Asian in a typical way. I don't think it's a bad thing because I know there are a lot of Asian people in real life who don't have strong Asian features, like whatever. When I say strong, I mean like stereotype. What you imagine in your mind when you think of an Asian person. They don't have those kinds of features, and people mistake them all the time for something other than Asian, and their hair color may not be naturally brown or black because they dyed it. So this doll to me like resembles that modern Asian college age type of person who is experimenting with their look. And for some reason, like, Asian people, they look good with any hair color. They can totally get away with any hair color, no matter how unnatural or outlandish the shade is. For some reason, I don't know why, like every Asian person I've ever seen with a different hair color, it just looks good on them. So I could make this a believable look for a doll. And so I like it. And she's got bangs. The bangs look a little rough to me. Like this piece here doesn't look symmetrical to me. I feel like I want to chop it off or something. But I could just be being really OCD. A very neat, huge braid. It's super long. It reaches down to her butt, up in a high ponytail, which means once I take this hair down, it's gonna be even longer. I wanted this doll to be able to play around with her hair. I've got my other doll, Griselda, with the same hairstyle with the high ponytail with hair wrapped around it, and I'm really like scared to take her hair down because I don't know, I might just mess up her hairstyle or something, or like it's rooted in such a way that it's supposed to be up high like that. So I haven't taken her hair down, and I wanted to experiment with a doll that had a similar hairstyle that I didn't mind unraveling. So I won't unravel Griselda's hair. She's amazing. Alright, well, I'm really like trying to savor how she looks as is, but I am gonna have to take everything off of her so we can take a better look at her body. So let's start with her jacket. I'm going to pull the jacket off, and as you guys know already, Integrity Toys dolls are made so that you can remove their hands. This is the shirt. It's surprisingly a long sleeve shirt. I didn't expect that. I thought it would be either no sleeves or short sleeves because it's a crop top. And actually, let me show you the sleeves a little better. It's got kind of like a cuff going on. It's sealed closed. You can't unbutton it or anything, but see, like there's a little detail here with a cuff. I love that Integrity puts little special details in the doll's clothing. It's so refreshing and unexpected and rewarding to see that, you know, they really give you your money's worth. Look at that. Got little pockets, and of course these pockets are not real. You can't really go into those pockets, but it looks cute. And the pants open with the little hooks, and her top also opens with hooks. So there's no Velcro on her anywhere. That helps for the clothes to lay a little bit flatter than if it was with Velcro. This is a little bulky. Here's a better look at her jacket, which is completely lined on the inside. Especially outerwear. They don't always do it with every piece of clothing, but the outerwear is normally always lined on the inside. And here's all the little details. These really interesting collars and shoulders, and look at this cuff. It's so interesting. They did a great job. Alright, it's time for some comparisons right quick. Now, I've got Griselda here. They both are undressed with their shoes off, and they both happen to have high heel type feet. And you can see they're about the same height, but there are significant differences in their bodies. These are both Integrity Toys dolls, just so that there's a reference. Okay, so their breast size, I think, is really similar to me. Griselda's over here. It looks like they're more perky, like they're like pointed up higher a little bit. The angle of the nipples, I think, are higher, whereas hers are just straight. So that's a little bit different. The shape of their chest is a little bit different. And then I thought they were the same skin tone, but actually it looks like Meadow is darker. Like she's like more flesh, pinkish kind of a pale tone, and then she's more like a gray, just real vampire-ish. So there's a little bit of a difference in their skin tones. Interesting. I was hoping they were the same skin tone though, so they could share hands, but maybe in pictures it won't really make a huge difference. And then speaking of hands, so I've switched Meadow with her regular standard straight hands instead of the gripping ones that she already had been packed with. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but the hands, to me, Meadow's hands look bigger. Just overall, they seem like the fingers are much longer. So her hands are bigger. And the rings seem to fit pretty good on this index finger on this hand, so I'm going to keep it on here for now. And another difference I noticed was their elbow joints. The elbows on Griselda are a separate joint by itself. There's a ball here, and then these two parts of her arms are connected to the ball. But her arm, it looks like there's a ball there, but actually it's 1 and 2 pieces. So the ball is connected to this part as a whole piece. This is all one piece. and then this is a separate piece. So she has actually only 2 joints making up her entire arm, and she's got 3. Ooh, squeaky. So there is a difference. Hers are quiet. And then another difference while we're here, look at their butts. Metal has a butt compared to Griselda, who's pretty flat in that area. And here's how they look from the back. The shape is slightly different, but absolutely it seems like she's got a more, you know, round booty. I do see a little bit of staining on her vinyl from her dark pants, and that is normal with dolls of this light complexion. You can see that their torsos are slightly different as well because Griselda has an extra joint there, which I don't use that joint a whole lot, so I'm not upset that Meadow doesn't have one. I think it looks more streamlined not having that joint there, especially if I'm not really using the joint. And she does have a joint here in her breast. This joint lets her move side to side and back to front. It's a pivotal joint, so I probably will be getting some use out of that. Okay, she's really cool. I think I like her better in person than I did in the pictures. I was very unsure about how I was going to feel about this doll in person because of her hair color being so unnaturally you know, toned compared to what I imagine Asian people normally have. They have dark hair in my opinion, so it was a little weird, like trying to see myself getting used to that look. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know, I've seen so many Asians who dye their hair light colors and it looks good on them. And another thing about her too, which I forgot to say earlier, was that she kind of reminds me of my Asian friends who are half Asian and half Caucasian, and they have those softened Asian features in their face where it's like something about them, kind of their eyes, their cheekbones, like something gives away that they're not completely totally white, but you can't quite put your finger on it unless you're a mixed person too and you just happen to notice those types of features in people, and I do all the time. So she I thought could be a very believable half Asian, half white girl. So that's why I just made the plunge and decided, yeah, I'll take my chances on her because it's a unique look. So here in the back, she's got her knee joints, which to me look quite similar to Griselda's. It's not a huge difference there. Okay, so the knees bend backwards that far. Just the same, and they are not pivotal, so they don't move side to side. Either one of them do, but I don't mind that they're not pivotal because I don't really use pivotal joints. In fact, I hate them because they make the knees so wobbly. And she doesn't have ankle joints, neither does Griselda, but her feet are very different from Griselda's. I thought Griselda had big feet. I have a hard time finding shoes for her to fit in my collection. So first let me point out that her toes do have a pedicure. That's really cute. And look at it from the side. What a big difference in the foot sizes. And the shape. Look how long her toes are. Her feet are huge. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think Griselda will be able to get away with wearing her boots because they're so tall. Even though they're huge on her feet, they probably won't slip off. But I really don't know what other shoes she'd be able to wear that would fit these huge feet, because it's not just the size of the foot, it's the width of the toes. They're pretty wide compared to Barbie's and some of my other dolls. I put Griselda in Meadow's outfit and it seems to fit her just fine. She's even wearing the boots. Now the boots clearly are too big for her, but because they fit around her thighs well, you can't tell that her feet are not big enough to fit into these boots correctly. So she can totally get away with it. And also, just for kicks, I gave her one of her hands, one of Meadow's hands, so she could hold the mic. And I don't think from a distance, you can really tell that there's a huge skin tone difference. I mean, I guess you have to really be looking, but for the sake of a picture or two, I think she can get away with it. So, other than the fact that she's got her regular hands over here, so the manicure doesn't match. But if I were going to have her displayed with these hands, I would just switch both, so you can't really tell the difference. I've got Metal here in a different outfit as well. I just put on a Barbie doll top with some pants that I made experimenting, and I couldn't find shoes that would work on her because her feet are so big. But I did put on these, it looks like Project MC Squared shoes that our friend Howell from Instagram sent to us. And they do fit. I tried to put the open toe versions on and they fit, but they just look so silly because, you know, they're oversized and like the colors are really like quirky, loud colors. So it just looked really like goofy on her. But the sneakers, she can kind of get away with these. But yeah, for a doll like this, I would suggest either making some shoes for her or just going in and spending some money on Integrity Toys shoes made for this body. People on eBay are always selling things in parts. And another suggestion is to find an Etsy artist who can make their own shoes for dolls. So overall, what do I think of her? Overall, she definitely gets my stamp of approval. Her hair is probably one of the best things about her. From the feel of it, it's very soft. It does not have any gel or product in it, surprisingly. And except for right here in the bangs, which I can wash out and like, oh, this is so soft. And I can't wait to take her hair down so I can see the true length. I will post pictures of her actual hair length on Instagram. And I brushed out these ends so I could really get an idea of the texture, and it's just so soft. It's really nice quality saran hair. So I'm impressed with the hair. I like her outfit. It's a really fun piece, and I think that the pieces work separately great, and I really look forward to trying them on my other dolls. Oh, and another cool thing about her that I noticed was that she can touch her face despite only having that one joint in her elbow. She can touch her face, no problem. You guys know with the Barbie articulated dolls, they don't touch their faces. You have to have a Made to Move body for that. So I'm really impressed that she can touch her face as is, like just the way that she already comes. That's really impressive. And I can't wait to try some different earrings out on her too. Just to do another quick comparison, I'm sure you guys are wondering how she stands next to a boy. Now mind you, they both have on shoes. She's got on heels and he's got on some sneakers. And even with the shoes on, he is still taller than her. So that should give you an idea of just how tall the Integrity boys are. And I did do a review on this guy, so go check that review out. Yeah, we did end up naming this guy Adonis, after Adonis. And he's taller than her too. So that is impressive. I am very, very psyched to have these beautiful dolls added to my collection. And as I grow my Integrity Toys doll collection, I will be sure to share the progress with you all so you guys can learn more about Integrity Toys just like I am. Here's Wailani. She's on a Made to Move body, so she's real short next to them. Yeah, but they're all pretty awesome, and I'm really happy to have them in my collection. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Have a dolly day.
Told you quit your car.